Hi, my name is Dr. Erin Millions, and I'm the Research Director for the Manitoba Indigenous Tuberculosis History Project at the University of Winnipeg. I want to talk a little bit about how our photo database came to be. In 2018, Dr. Mary Jane Logan McCallum, the project lead for this project and a Canada Research Chair in Indigenous History, Peoples, and Archives at the University of Winnipeg, came across some boxes of photos in the basement of the Manitoba Lung Association office building. Among what is quite a large collection of photos documenting the history of what was first the Sanatorium Board of Manitoba and now the Manitoba Lung Association, were photos of Indigenous patients and staff at Ninat Sanatorium and the 3 federally funded Indian hospitals that were run by the SAN Board. For the most part, these were photos that had never been seen by the public before because they were part of a private archive. Given the restrictions on historical private health information in Manitoba that makes accessing records about Indigenous tuberculosis history difficult, these photos constitute an important visual record of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit experiences in tuberculosis sanatoriums and Indian hospitals in the province. Dr. McCallum and I, as her postdoctoral fellow at the time, decided to start a 6-month social media project to share the photos to former patients, families, Indigenous communities, and the general public as a way to make these photos accessible. In doing so, we asked people who were viewing the images to help us identify people and places in the photos, since most of the Indigenous individuals in the photos are not named, and some of the hospital names are not given either. Neil Johnston, the CEO of the Manitoba Lung Association, agreed to grant us use of the images for the project. In January 2019, our Indigenous Advisory Committee asked us to expand the project by taking the photos out to community. So we printed the photos in large format photo books, and in fall 2019, we took the photos to our first community event at the National Gathering of Elders in Winnipeg. The response to our project was overwhelmingly positive. Former patients and their families wanted to know more about Indigenous experiences in the tuberculosis hospitals, and they wanted that knowledge made accessible to them. From there, the Manitoba Indigenous Tuberculosis History Project has expanded into a much larger project with multiple research streams, including an expanded collection of archival images of Indigenous TB history in Manitoba, the Missing Patients Initiative and Research Guide to help families find missing loved ones who never returned home from the hospitals, advocacy around Indigenous access to Indigenous historical records, public education on histories of Indigenous tuberculosis, and our tuberculosis archive, which features publications of the SAN Board that we have digitized and made searchable with the permission of the Manitoba Lung Association. With the COVID pandemic, we were unable to continue in-person workshops and had to find another way to make our work, including the photos, available to Indigenous communities. This website is designed to make our research accessible to various groups, including Indigenous communities, former patients, and the general public. This includes our online searchable database of archival photos of Indigenous TB history. The archival photo collection that's featured in our photo database has expanded from our initial efforts. The photos from the Manitoba Lung Association continue to form the core of our collection, but we've also gathered images from other private collections and from archives across Canada, including Library and Archives Canada, the Mennonite Archives of Ontario, and the Grey Nuns of Montreal Archive. What is consistent across these many archival collections is the lack of identification in the images. Indigenous individuals in the photos are rarely named, and often the hospital is unknown as well. We continue to build collaborative community knowledge about Indigenous TB history by asking the public to help us identify people and places in the photos. On the information page for each photo in the database, there's a space where you can message us with information about the photo. We will update the archival record to reflect the community knowledge that's shared with us. If you are in one of the photos or a family member of an individual in the photos and would like us to send you a copy, please email us at tbphotos@uwinnipeg.ca. That email address can also be found on our contact page. Be sure to include the photo identification number so that we know which photo you're interested in.